And doing that, I just felt like it was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period, the end. But I think
I can't, don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I thought you were being serious.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
okay,
no,
sorry.
no, 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 just in general.
What if your biggest moment was quietly destroyed by the one person who should have celebrated it most? Hailey Baldwin Bieber didn't just marry into fame. She fought, worked, and hustled for years to earn her place in the modeling world. She waited for that one breakthrough, a solo Vogue cover that would finally silence her critics. But the moment she got it, Justin, her own husband, dimmed her spotlight with one backhanded Instagram caption. A caption that reminded the world of the time he told her she'd never make it. The internet exploded. Fans were furious. But what if this wasn't just one post? What if it's part of a much darker pattern? From emotional jabs to public embarrassment, fans are starting to ask, is Justin Bieber quietly sabotaging Hailey's career? Stick around because this isn't just a story about a Vogue cover. This might be a love story hiding years of subtle disrespect and emotional damage. Hailey Baldwin didn't have it easy in the modeling world. Yes, she carried the Baldwin name. But in an industry where Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid reigned supreme, Hailey was always seen as the other one. She wasn't the tallest, she didn't have the runway strut people expected, and she wasn't born into a fashion empire. Instead, she had to fight for every campaign, every designer call, every tiny inch of credibility. While her friends were walking in Paris and Milan, Hailey was still proving she even deserved a seat at the table. She faced rejection after rejection, all while being called just Justin's wife. But she didn't give up. And after years of being overlooked, she finally landed the one thing every model dreams of, her own Vogue cover, solo. That moment should have been the crown jewel of her modeling career, a day to celebrate how far she'd come. But instead of lifting her up, Justin brought that moment crashing down with one Instagram caption. Instead of celebrating her, Justin turned the spotlight on himself. In his caption, he reminded everyone that he once told Hailey she'd never get a Vogue cover, as if her achievement was only impressive because he doubted her first. And fans were not having it. One person commented, "Who needs enemies when they have a husband like this?" Another said, "Hailey doesn't need new haters. She's living with one." Even worse, fans noticed how differently Justin treated others. When Kendall Jenner got her Vogue cover back in 2016, Justin posted a sweet, drama-free shout-out. "Congrats, Ken. You look beautiful."
One
But
ever
with
wanted
Hailey,
to say out loud.
he couldn't even
Is
give her
Justin
that.
Bieber
Instead,
emotionally
he
sabotaging
posted
Hailey's
a
career
guilt-soaked
on
caption,
purpose?
shifted the
Let's
focus
talk.
to his own growth, and made her big win feel like an emotional debt he was paying back. And when the backlash hit, what did he do? Quietly changed the caption to a bunch of emojis, like none of it mattered. That Vogue post should have been a celebration of Hailey's hard-earned success. But instead, it turned into a viral example of how her biggest supporter might also be her biggest obstacle.
a lot of trial and error. Some of the products that are now out and the final products, they took 16
The Vogue
rounds of
moment wasn't a one-time slip. It was just the latest chapter in a pattern that fans have seen for years. A pattern where Justin Bieber, intentionally or not, constantly minimizes Hailey's presence in his life, especially in public. Remember the viral clip where Hailey tries to kiss him and he physically pulls away? Or that meme he posted, the one of a little kid flipping 5 middle fingers with the caption, "POV, me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad." That wasn't a joke. It was a window into something darker. And then there's the Vegas video. Cameras caught him walking ahead of Hailey, animated, yelling, while she quietly trailed behind him. Fans weren't just cringing. They were concerned. Even more telling, that uncomfortable interaction where he straight up
I can't, don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I thought you were being serious.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
okay,
no,
sorry.
no, 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 just in general.
interaction where he straight up tells her, "Don't touch me right now." On camera. in public. It wasn't a playful moment. It was cold, clipped, and deeply uncomfortable to watch. The message was loud and clear. When Justin gets emotional, Hailey becomes the punching bag, not physically, but emotionally. And slowly, fans started connecting the dots. This isn't just awkward tension. It's repeated humiliation, and the internet noticed. Let's be real, the modeling industry never gave Hailey an easy ride. She was never the it girl by default. She didn't fit the tall, ultra-glam, runway-perfect mold that the Hadids or Kendalls walked into. She had to grind her way through rejection and judgment, not just from fans, but from the gatekeepers of fashion itself. Despite coming from a famous family, she was treated like a social media influencer trying to play model, not a real contender. And even after marrying one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, that criticism didn't stop. Hailey's spoken openly about it, the loneliness, the frustration, the feeling of never quite measuring up. Her success wasn't handed to her. Her skincare brand, Rhode, wasn't just a celebrity vanity project. It took 16 rounds of product reformulations to get it right. So when she finally landed that Vogue cover, it was meant to be her "I told you so" moment. A chance to finally stand on her own and prove the haters wrong. But instead of her husband lifting her up and showing public pride, he used her moment to reflect on his personal growth. He made it about him. What should have been a loud celebration turned into an awkward reminder of how little faith he had in her from the start. That kind of emotional hit, especially on the biggest day of your career, leaves a mark. Enough. Hailey's also had to deal with something even more unpredictable: Justin's public breakdowns. From random rants to strange Instagram lives, fans have seen a version of Justin that's unstable, moody, and spiraling. One day he's posting bizarre freestyles like "I fly high like a magpie, I go high like a bad guy." The next, he's caught on camera at Coachella, possibly high, completely out of it, while Hailey tries to keep things together. When that clip went viral, fans were worried. Justin looked completely disconnected. Hailey, on the other hand, acted fast. She grabbed his little half-brother and quietly left. Meanwhile, Justin? He just kept dancing like nothing was wrong. That moment wasn't just awkward, it was telling. It showed the emotional weight Hailey carries in the relationship. She's constantly the one cleaning up his mess, patching his image, and trying to keep the public from turning on him. She even took him to Disneyland, hoping it would lift his spirits. But instead, the photos told a different story. Justin looked lost.
Sad. Depressed.
At Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. And all of this starts building a brutal contrast. While Hailey is out here working, trying to grow a brand and build a career, she's also stuck managing a partner whose struggles are becoming more and more public and harder to ignore. But here's where things take a darker turn. Fans aren't just talking about emotional neglect anymore. They're bringing up serious accusations, claims of aggression, humiliation, and controlling behavior. From slamming car doors in her face, to yelling at her in public, to viral clips of him hitting her hand away, these aren't rumors anymore. These are moments caught on camera, and they've led fans to ask, what's really going on behind closed doors? In one incident from 2017, while in Ecuador, it was reported that Justin grabbed Hailey's arms and pushed her to the ground, allegedly, in front of witnesses. Another time in Vegas, his behavior toward her was so intense, fans called it a walking red flag. And through all of it, Hailey remains quiet, still smiling, still showing up. But people are starting to wonder, for how long? Behind the photo shoots and brand deals, there's a woman dealing with immense pressure, public judgment, and what some now call a pattern of emotional sabotage. But before we go further, let's be clear. Backhand index pointing right, these are internet observations, not hard facts. I'm not here to spread hate or claim to know the full truth. I'm sharing what people online are seeing, questioning, and reacting to because it's all over the internet. Maybe Justin's behavior comes from his own struggles. Maybe Hailey sees a version of him behind the scenes that the public doesn't. Or maybe, just maybe, This is a love story full of red flags, dressed up as devotion. Whatever the truth is, it's up to you to decide. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Justin is sabotaging Hailey's career? Or is this just a chaotic love story being misunderstood by the internet? Hit that like button, subscribe, and as always, stay sharp, stay kind, and never ignore the signs that someone might be suffering in silence.